Okay, Steve, this is Dennis. I'm going to review your day one lesson. Had a lot of good progress. You had some really solid golf shots. But let's take the whole thing from the beginning here. The big thing we got to work on for you is the golf club has to work more to what we call the inside. It's a matter of direction. And I'm going to bring a model up over here, and we'll take any one here. See where the club goes? Watch the path of it. Okay? So at that point, the club's in line with his hands. Now if I bring your hands just above the belt buckle there where you are, wrist up to the belt buckle, do you see how far outside of your hands the club is? Your club is here, and his club is right here in line with his hands. That's the first thing that we did. After the grip. The grip is huge. You know the grip change. What I wanted to do for you is move the left hand to the right and the right hand slightly to the left. And when I fixed this grip, you had a lot of balls that drew. Now you probably hit some hooks on the course, I'm going to guess. But that's only because you can, with the new left hand and the new path coming from inside the ball more, you can't forget that the right hand has to stay on top. So when you look down, the V, that I call the V, formed between the index knuckle and the thumb of your left hand just to point to your right shoulder. We might modify that a little bit tomorrow. But the V formed between the thumb and the index knuckle of your right hand has to point up to your chin, much more on top of the club. So no left thumb should be showing in your grip at all. Okay, you're going to work the club inside. The other thing that I'm eventually going to work with you on is a little more wrist hinge at the top. That would be a little more of that, because your face gets closed at the top, and a little more wrist hinge would help that, especially with the grip I'm giving you. Okay? Your shoulder turn is great, and we don't have to do much with that. And the most important line is that brick wall that I was talking about at school today, where you want to come down inside that line. Okay? Now, as you hit down, you want to try not to come up. Okay? So, if you come down to the ball, for example, if you start here and you finish there, that's enough to top the ball. Or push it off to the right. Your club face is looking at the target. When you raise your hands, look where the club face is looking. Oops. When you raise your hands, look where the club face is looking. Okay, let's go do that one more time. There's the cuff on your shirt. That's up high enough to top the ball and send it off to the right. And your hands are, you're lurching your body toward the ball. Okay. So the club when she comes down, you'll notice that the club is pointed very much at the belt buckle and the hands are nice and close to the body. Okay. This probably should close a little bit eventually. We're not going to do that right away. But you're not far off. You've got good power, you've got good speed, and we just have to teach you where the bottom of the golf ball is. So, as I explained in the opening clinic, it does not take much of an adjustment for you to get on the top of the ball instead of the bottom of it when you're in it. Now when you take it back, we're going to work on a couple things here. We have to get you to feel that your body doesn't move off the ball so much. Okay? And remember what I was saying in chipping. Anytime the club head passes your hands, what direction is it headed? It's headed up. So we've got to keep that handle in front of, let me give you an example of what I mean. We've got to keep that handle in front of the head of the club. So that at impact, it would look more like this than like that, because this club is coming up. So the same feeling that you had in hitting the chip shot is what we've got to get here, and the pitch shot is pulling, and then of course the finish to the left side. Your swing is not far off playing better golf. You've got to make some fundamental corrections to it. And as you go, it's going to be, you're going to hit not only more consistent shots, but you're going to hit a lot further. We've got to fix that grip. Right now what you're starting out with is a grip on your left hand that's what we call too weak, and your right hand is what we call too strong. Okay, it's a typical grip that somebody adapts who's been slicing the ball. And see how much movement you have off the ball here? Your whole center here, your center of mass, is swaying off the ball too much to be consistent. We've got to keep you more over the golf ball. If you watch this guy here, he stays right over the ball. Okay, you can't have your center move this far off. See how far the weight travels to the outside of your foot. We're going to work on this more tomorrow. But I want to keep you centered on the ball, and I want you to stay down through the shot. Handles come in nice and low, and then we're going to help you feel that the body moves through it all the way. And you already hit some better shots. The grip is going to play a key role in it for you. Okay? I will see you tomorrow.